According to stats in the UK, a pothole is repaired every 18 seconds. But the reality is, if you're fixing potholes on a road, that road itself is probably rapidly approaching the end of its useful life. It's starting to fall apart, and repairing a pothole, as good as it may be, is very much like putting a bit of sellotape over a ruptured aorta. It's probably not going to get you very far. And many pothole repairs are temporary and they expire, the filling comes out and they need redone. Our roads in the UK are in an appalling state, and the stats are pretty harrowing. According to more stats, 56% of roads in the UK have less than 15 years life remaining, and around 17% of roads have just 5 years left. And there's many roads out there that are beyond the end of their life and need urgent resurfacing. Back in the day, motoring, driving around used to be great. The roads were in fantastic condition. Generally, they were really well looked after, resurfaced regularly, and you could drive from A to B without worrying too much about potholes. Potholes are an absolute menace. They are a scourge on the motorist. It's not safe, because you get into this habit of looking down directly in front of you all the time, scanning for potholes so that you don't damage one of your alloy wheels, puncture a tyre, and then have to put a claim into the council, which in 97% of cases apparently will be rejected because the road has had some form of inspection. So it's not a safe way to have to drive. I remember when I was taught how to drive, I was told to look at the road ahead, not the road below or directly in front of your car, scanning for potholes. If you're on a track day, you are told to look as far down the road as you can. And that takes a lot of conditioning when you've spent your entire life looking down in front of you for potholes. Now, as you can see from this bit of road here, this is a prime example of a road that is beyond its useful life. This must have had 20 or 30 pothole repairs, you can see there, all of which are starting to fail. And the road around those pothole repairs is crumbling away. You can see the gravel has lost its bond with the bitumen and is being chucked to the side of the road. This road here needs repaired. Roads that need repaired are dangerous. You're more likely to skid on them. Not so good if you're riding a bike, a motorbike, and they're noisy. Roads that are old generate noise. Listen to this bit of road here that has just been resurfaced about a week ago. It is absolute bliss. You can hardly hear it. You can hardly hear even these buses going along it. It is just a much better place to be. Now, councils who manage the roads in the UK, local councils, will tell you that the condition of the roads is caused by this freeze-thaw cycle. That is, ice getting into the cracks in the road, freezing and expanding by 9% as water does, and forcing the road apart. While that is kind of true, it shouldn't be the case. In my eyes, it is actually BS, because a well-maintained road, a road that has been resurfaced, shouldn't let the water in like that, because that bitumen layer is keeping the water out. And even if water does get in, it's tiny amounts, versus a deteriorated road with significant cracks that allows a lot of water in for that expansion process to then further deteriorate this road, which is why when you've got potholes appearing in a road, it is likely that that road is beyond or coming to the end of its useful life. So just how much has all this cost, and how much has the government allocated to help fix this problem? Well, this year we've seen an emergency fund of 1.6 billion allocated to fixing these roads, that is, repairing potholes and maintaining these roads. The harsh reality is, in the UK, to get roads to a useful state, to get them to where they need to be, is going to cost a massive 16.8 billion. Yep, 16.8 billion of investment needs to take place on our roads to get them all to the state where they can be regularly maintained and well looked after. How on earth is that ever going to happen? And have we reached the point where our road networks in the UK are genuinely beyond the point of no return without significant action from this government to bring things right? Now, it's hard to blame this government, it's previous governments as well that have neglected to maintain and look after roads because it's just not seen as an important thing. Now, you would think that the approximately 30 billion that is generated from road tax and from fuel duty every year, that's a significant amount of money, but maybe sort of 5% of the taxation income to the HMRC in the UK is put back into our roads. But unfortunately, this is not the case, and has not been the case, I think, since about 1937, when that tax just went into the taxation pot for general redistribution for whatever else needed funded. That is, of course, the very important NHS and all of the other things that we have to fund and look after from a local council perspective in the UK. So that tax, unfortunately, is not ring-fenced for road spend, and herein is a problem, because there are, you could argue, more important things that need funding, like the NHS, for example. And it's kind of hard to say, well, this road needs resurfaced when the NHS is falling apart. So we simply do not have enough taxation revenue coming in. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing something about our roads. Our roads are a necessary part of us being able to get from point A to point B, to make journeys safely, to make them efficiently, and to make them with the confidence that we're not going to completely trash our car just undertaking what should be a simple local journey on well-maintained roads. Resurfacing roads is incredibly expensive as well. It is significantly more expensive than it was even 10 years ago. The cost of the raw materials have gone up, and I read a stat that to resurface about a mile of A road in the UK, you are looking at about £500,000 plus just to do a mile of A road in the UK. That is proper resurfacing. Now, you may have noticed something else. Probably up to about 5 years ago, there was a lot of surface dressing taking place in the UK. And surface dressing is where you spray a layer of bitumen down and then chuck a load of gravel on top. You give it a light roll in and then leave it for cars to press the gravel into the bitumen. And it prolongs the life of a road, puts the grip back into that road, but it's not safe. A lot of motorcyclists will say it's very, very slippy, very dangerous, and it is a little bit dangerous as well. So I think the trend of surface dressing roads has kind of moved away, even though you can do, I think, about 6 miles of surface dressing for the cost of proper resurfacing 1 mile. So it's much more efficient to that end. But it's, again, something that is much more temporary, potentially, than resurfacing a road. And if you've ever travelled abroad, you'll absolutely notice that a lot of roads on the continent are far better than they are in the UK. The Netherlands, for example, wonderful roads. France, wonderful roads. And the reason for this is because much of this work that is needed to be done is centrally controlled by the government, not redistributed to local councils, which makes inefficiencies, bad decisions, potholes, then remarking the roads, a bad order of events. Nothing is coordinated at that level, and it's just an absolute nightmare. Whereas when it's managed centrally, you have much better control, governance, etc., and you get a much better result. Also, the specifications for roads in other countries are much higher than the standard we have in the UK, in that they're deeper, there's more technology in the surface, they're better designed, better engineered, and simply better installed. Very important for roads like the Autobahn, for example, when you can be going very fast indeed. You do not want to be hitting a pothole at Autobahn speeds. So the UK, unfortunately, is just terrible. It is rubbish, that's the fact, at maintaining its roads. And significantly more investment needs put in to making our roads a better place to drive. So what if you damage a car because you hit a pothole? Well, you can try and put a claim into the council. And I was reading again that a lot of people simply don't bother because they know the headache that it's going to be and the likelihood that it'll be rejected. And I think 97% of councils reject about 99% of pothole claims because they can say the road has been inspected recently, and because they've inspected it, the liability is on the motorists. And I believe the average pothole claim is around about £575, of which 39% of people said they wouldn't have had the funds, the emergency funds available to pay for the repairs on their car. So if you damage your car on a pothole, you can absolutely try and put a claim in, but it's highly likely that it's going to be unsuccessful or pushed back or become such a nightmare for you that you simply end up staring into the abyss and shouting at the moon in despair. So again, this comes back to this driving approach where you're constantly looking ahead, swerving all over the place like a drunken sailor, watching out for potholes. It's just not good. It is just not a good situation to be in. Back when the UK had a motoring industry, and motoring in itself was a joy, not governed by speed cameras, you could get out, it was part of the pleasure of life, everything was just in a much better place. Unfortunately now, not so. And some councils are terrible as well. I read that Stoke-on-Trent has an average wait time to fix a pothole of around about 650 days. How is that good? How is that good in any way, shape or form? I appreciate some councils have a lot more roads to contend with, of which many of those roads are very remote and challenging areas. I get this, but this stat is absolutely not good. And we had HS2, the northern leg of HS2 that was cancelled. And those funds, I believe about 8 billion or so, were supposed to be redistributed to help our road networks over the next 10 years. Can you see this happening where you live? Because I can't see it happening where I live. So much more money is required to get us to a place where our roads are better. And the other sad fact is, the reality now is our roads in the UK on average are getting a resurfacing around about every 93 years. How bad is that stat? It is just unforgivable and unworkable going forwards. So please do share this around. Please do sub if you found it useful or interesting. The more people that are talking about this, the more people that are not being pushed over and shouting about this, hopefully we can get more done to help our roads by the government, because driving should be something that we enjoy again, not something that we fear. And just going around this roundabout here right now, it is absolutely shocking. Potholes everywhere again. So that is it for this one. Do stay safe, stay well, see you on the next one, and bye for now.